Just taking a deeper dive on this topic right here, Chief Transportation Correspondent McKay Beeler talking to us about what we're seeing as to what this government shutdown would actually look like.
Well, imagine showing up to do a critical job and not getting paid to do it. Well, folks, I'll tell you what, not until funding becomes available, and who knows, that could be too late for some workers that are working paycheck to paycheck or living paycheck to paycheck. Well, that's what the shutdown would do, force air traffic controllers and TSA screeners to work without getting paid. Now, as U.S. Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg says, air traffic controllers are already under so much stress as it is without having to come to work with the added stress of not receiving a paycheck. With the controller shortage, many controllers are already pushed to the brink, working 10-hour days, 6 days a week. Try doing that without pay and see how that feels. Well, the added stress of a shutdown runs the risk of controllers burning out, calling in sick, and just not showing up. And this could impact flyers with delays and safety issues. There have already been an alarming number of close calls this year at our nation's airports due to pilot and controller mistakes, and we certainly do not need to poke the bear. Well, according to the White House, this shutdown would affect more than 13,000 air traffic controllers and 50,000 transportation security officers. Well, here in North Carolina, this includes 1,391 TSA officers and 221 air traffic controllers. You know, it's also a stop sign for air traffic controller trainees. The FAA is short 2,500 controllers, so halting the training of new hires, that couldn't come at a worse time.
Yeah, absolutely. McKay, you talked about flyers being affected. How would it affect in detail here passengers at Charlotte Douglas?
Well, really, that just depends on the extent of this, how fast it happens, how short it happens, and it's done with. So patience is a virtue. An extended shutdown could mean longer wait times at the airport. TSA Administrator David Pekowski, he was the TSA administrator during the previous shutdown. He said the lapse in funding took a toll on the agency, with growing numbers of TSA officers saying they were unable to report to work. So as a result, airport checkpoint wait times, well, they increased. A similar scenario could play out again if the shutdown lasts for an extended period. You know, it's hard for anybody to go 20 days, 30 days, 40 days or longer without a paycheck. It impacts the ability of people to get to work, to put gas in their vehicles, to pay for parking. It impacts the ability to pay the individuals that provide care for their children. So let's hope it doesn't go too long, because they can put up with it. Air traffic controllers, oh, they'll put up with it for a little bit, but after a few weeks, I'm just not going to come to work.
Yeah, I mean, your last point was just so well taken, because when you put it into perspective of where we are with the economy and where we are in terms of, you know, current times and this shutdown possibly happening, then, you know, just people just can't be able to make ends meet.
People are living paycheck to paycheck. So this is a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.